My name is Alan Benjamin, and I'm an alumni of the Southside Boys Club. I live exactly 6 blocks from here on Union Avenue and 5th Street, and I discovered the Boys Club probably when I was in my 5th or 6th grade. I was a student at Robert Fulton School, and someone, I think it was Gus Williams, that mentioned to me about the club because we used to play basketball together, young boys, and racing. And I came to the Boys Club and met a lot of people. One of my best friends here ever was Denzel Washington. We grew up together. And this Boys Club set me on the right path, although when I got of adulthood, I strayed a little, but I'll never forget the teachings of Mr. Thomas. I'll never forget the teachings of Stewart or Mr. Coleman. But, I love this club. I came down here, played basketball here for years. Even when I left this area and lived in other areas, I'd always come back. I've been an alumni of this Boys Club since probably 1968 or 69. I know, that's telling my age, but I'm proud. And I love this Boys Club. And I'm going to start volunteering and doing things to help the youth here, just like those before me. And I thank you for listening.
This is where my story began, right here in the Mount Vernon Now Boys and Girls Club. I became a member of Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club at a very delicate time in my life. When I was 8 years old, I remember you couldn't become a member until you were 8 years old. But this was my second home. This is where I learned a lot from my mentors like Mr. Stuart Coleman, Mr. Tewitt, Mr. Billy Thomas, James Jones. But this was my refuge. This is where I wanted to be all the time. This is where I grew up at. I met, and learned a lot that I've learned. You don't realize that until later on in life. But this was a place that I called home. If I wasn't home or if I wasn't in school, I would come to the Boys Club, the then Boys Club, now the Boys and Girls Club. But, I had to come back here tonight to give my support as I continue to do in the future. So as you can't see now, but there's a lot of alumni here today. This is our first alumni meeting, something that we are hoping that's going to continue. I'm definitely going to support the Boys and Girls Club because without this place, without the people and the friendships that I made and the relationships that I made throughout my years, I wouldn't be the man I am today. The mentors that mentored me here played a very big part in who I am today. So I'm very thankful. I'm humble, and it's all about giving back to the Boys and Girls Club because without the Boys and Girls Club, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I used to run to come here. I lived on 2nd Avenue, right off of 5th Street, and I would go home. If I had to do homework, I did it, and I would run to the Boys Club. Back then, it closed at 5:30. There was a break between 3 and 5:30 so we could go home to eat. And I didn't want the Boys Club to close. I loved this place. And again, I'm always a club kid and always will be. So I'm going to do my part and support and continue to support the Boys and Girls Club.
Hi, I'm Tracy George. I used to be Tracy Moore at the Boys and Girls Club. I came here when I was a little girl, and I started dance here, and I started cheerleading here, And then as I grew up as a young adult, I became the Keystone Advisor here and also the cheer coach and a dance instructor. I am now officially just a cheer coach here at the Boys and Girls Club, and I love it. I wouldn't change anything that I've done here at the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm going to continue to get back to the Boys and Girls Club and Mount Vernon. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Billy Thomas. I've, I've been involved in the first Southside Boys Club now over 50 years. I started out as a worker at the age of 14. I'm very happy to see so many alumni out tonight. I think it's a great program. What's exciting to me is the possibilities of the state-of-the-art new boys club. That would be great for Mount Vernon in itself as well as the boys club. And it will highlight the success of so many young men and now women that came through the boys club. Thank you.
My name is Patrice Wallace Moore. I am a former alumni, or should I say I'm an alumni of the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon. I was a member of the club back in 1976 to 1981. Played with the girls basketball team with Mr. Coleman. I'm excited about being a part of the alumni. I'm grateful because the alumni, or being a part of the Boys and Girls Club, helped me to be a better individual. Today I'm the CEO of a hospital. I coach the Mount Vernon High School girls basketball team. I'm an owner of the professional women's basketball team. All this became possible because of my experiences that I had while I was here at the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon. So I just want to encourage everyone to support the Boys and Girls Club. We would like to see our young people go to college, have great experiences like I did, like my children did. And we need you. We need your resources. We need your time. We need your support. So don't forget the kids of Mount Vernon, because great things, great people happen right here in the city of Mount Vernon. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pastor Richard Garner. I am an alumni of the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. And as I was growing up, the Boys Club was an integral part of my life. It was a place that we all could go to, and we learned so many valuable lessons. One of the greatest lessons I think that I learned is that it showed us that we all were important, but no one was bigger than anybody else. And so we learned how to interact and come together, play together. We learned how to respect each other, and it was a great, great time. Now, after going through the Mount Vernon school system, graduating, we also had the opportunity to come back and give to the Boys Club. And I remember as a religious leader, pastor, now I'm a pastor, but when I came back from college, one of the things that we were able to do with a few of the churches, we got together and we had many of the young men that we had, and we funneled them through the Boys Club, and we became a integral part or a little side organization of the Boys Club. We called ourselves the United Workers for Christ. Myself and James Jones, who was a unit director, we grabbed a lot of young men in, and through working in the Boys Club with Mr. Thomas, who was the director, we had the opportunity to introduce many young men to the Boys Club and get them involved, and they established many, many lasting relationships. So I'm glad and honored today to be a part of the alumni program, to give my support, not only being here physically, but financially in keeping this wonderful, wonderful institution going. So it's a pleasure for me to be here, and I am elated that I'm able to see so many alumni, people that I grew up with, people that were legends to me, and it's been a great, great time, and I'm grateful to be here. And I hope that all of you find it within your heart to help and support this great, great institution. Mr. Campo, Mr. Moore, doing a great job keeping this legacy going on. Thank you very much.
My name is Cheryl Moore. I'm a Youth of the Year alumni. I'm a Boys and Girls Club alumni. The Boys and Girls Club has been a part of my life since I was 5 years old. This is my home away from home. I really enjoyed coming here as a kid and getting involved in dance, cheerleading, basketball, you name it, all the programs that were provided to me as a kid, and I just really enjoyed it, and it's made me who I am today, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see all the alumni that are here, and I'm looking forward to great things to come.
My name is Ariel Sample. I am a club kid. I came to the club mostly for dance, and then I fell in love with what I saw, so I started coming more. My brother is also a club kid, and now I actually am an education assistant here at the Boys and Girls Club. Basically, being here is working towards my career of being a teacher. So I love working with kids, and the moment they found out that I wanted to be a teacher, they gave me this position and said, go for it. Let's see how you do. And I'm always hearing good things about how well I'm doing with the kids, and I just love it here.
Hello, my name is Israel Williams. I'm a proud Mount Vernon Boys Club alumni. My time here has been influential in my life. I think I got my first Boys Club membership card had to be about 1986, and I remember Mr. Coleman issuing me my first Boys Club card. Cost me $5 that I had to influence my parents to pull together at that time, and I remember coming with my $5 and having my card, and that's a very special moment. So many great mentors. I was able to fall in love with the game of basketball, with the great tutelage, great mentorship of Jim Jones, Calvin, and also obviously Mr. Coleman. I'm a product. I grew up in Webster Towers, 241 South 9th Avenue. So 4th Street and the Boys Club has been my safe haven to actually be able to develop myself and do what I love, especially in the time of the 80s where, as we know, we just had so many different social issues, and life could go either way for guys like me, and life kind of took a turn for many of my friends. So I'm really proud to be here to kind of just congregate with some of the brothers and actually be able to kind of connect the dots. As you know, we have a lot of work to do in Mount Vernon, and this is just a stop that I think we all have to make, and we have to connect the dots and pull together and be able to actually share our stories about what we're made of. And we're made of so many great things, but we just don't have the platforms to really communicate them and put them on a table and kind of really celebrate them. So I'm happy. I'm extremely happy, and I thank Mount Vernon Boys Club for everything that it's done for me, for my family, and I'll continue to pass on any of the traditions and values that we kind of cultivated together. And I'm very, very appreciative. Thank you.
Well, hello to everyone. My name is Rhonda Fountain, and I am so proud to be a part of the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. I'm actually a board member and an officer presently, but I grew up in the club. My father, William Sonny Fountain, has always been here, and I was always with him. What's really nice is my dad actually helped build this club on South Side of 6th Avenue. And so as a youngster, I was always there with him, from refereeing, coaching, and mentoring here at the Boys and Girls Club. And I remember so many things coming here. For 3 seasons, I was a camp counselor as well, though, so I was always a part of the Boys and Girls Club. And of course, it made common sense that as an adult, definitely I would become more involved in the club by being a board member, and I've served on the board now for the last 15 plus years. It is so great to see more of the young ladies. We try to mentor them. I try to give back in that way. And again, though, if it wasn't for the club, I don't know where my life would be as a strong black woman, having my own business. And so that's some of the things that I really enjoy, the fun times, the parties, the basketball games. I remember just, being there with my dad as well, keeping the books, refereeing. As he's refereeing, I'm doing the scoring on the side. So, again, I am just so excited about doing more with the alumni and giving back. And I thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to y'all. Be blessed.
Hi, my name is Tony Dinkins Sr. I'm an alumni of the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon. And then the question I was asked was, what was my experience here at the Boys and Girls Club? And I'd say it's the foundation of who I am today. It provided me a safe place. It's where I learned to play basketball, and where eventually I was a member of the 1981 New York State basketball champs for Mount Vernon High School. And I attribute that all to the Boys and Girls Club of Mount Vernon. So if you're out there, we need donations, we need your participation, and alumni, come back, because we need you.
My name is Mr. Ralph Burst. I was born and raised in Mount Vernon. I'm a Boys Club alumni, Southside and Northside Boys Club. I lived in 215 South 9th Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York, affectionately known as the Projects. Boys Club was very instrumental in developing character and helping me obtain my dreams. At first I wanted to be a basketball player, then I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. Then I decided, after working with children back in 1972, that's all I wanted to do in life. As a result, I retired after 38 years in the Mount Vernon City School District as the principal of the Nelson Mandela Dr. Jose Azalacapa High School, the first high school in the history of the United States that was named after Mandela. When he was released from prison back in 1994, we wrote him a letter. We asked his blessings. He blessed us. He sent us a letter back. I enlarged the letter. I laminated it. I put it in the auditorium. My school is the school was created by Dr. Jose Azalacapa, my soul brother. God rest his soul. Our school saved the lives of thousands of children in Mount Vernon. We educated children who could not function in their normal environments. Okay. I retired after 38 years. I gave the city of Mount Vernon and the Mount Vernon City School District the best that I could give them. I have no regrets, excuse me. I'm also, in my new career, I'm a terrorist. Let me explain the terrorist. I'm terrorizing those who don't treat children right. I thank you for this opportunity, and God bless you.